Hello guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video I am going to explain how the Memory Protection Unit, or MPU, is configured and used in embedded systems. An MPU is a hardware block inside many ARM Cortex-M microcontrollers. It checks every memory access made by the processor and compares it with a set of programmed protection regions. Each region defines an address range, access permissions, execution permission, and memory type. For example, Flash can be configured as read-only and executable because it stores program code. SRAM can be read-write but marked execute never because it contains the stack, heap, variables, and communication buffers. Peripheral addresses such as GPIO and UART are configured as device memory. When software violates one of these rules, the MPU blocks the access and can generate a MemManage fault. The main purpose of an MPU is to prevent one software error from corrupting the entire embedded system. Without protection, an invalid pointer can overwrite global variables, damage another task's stack, modify kernel data, or access an unintended peripheral register. These errors can be difficult to reproduce because the system may continue running before eventually crashing. The MPU divides the address space into protected regions. A task may be allowed to access its own stack and selected shared buffers, while access to another task's private memory is blocked. The MPU can also prevent execution from SRAM by using the execute never attribute. This reduces the risk of corrupted data being interpreted as instructions. When an illegal access occurs, the processor generates a MemManage fault. The fault handler can then record debugging information, identify the failing instruction, and safely reset or recover the system. A microcontroller normally divides its address space into several major memory types. Flash memory usually begins around address 0x08000000 on many STM32 devices. It stores the bootloader, application code, interrupt vector table, and constant data. SRAM commonly begins around 0x2000000. It contains the task stacks 00. It contains the task stacks, heap, global variables, local variables, and communication buffers. Peripheral registers are normally memory mapped around 0x4 000000. Reading or writing these addresses controls hardware modules such as GPIO, UART, SPI, timers, and ADCs. Other regions may contain external memory, system control registers, or processor-specific components. The MPU applies different rules to each region. Flash, SRAM, peripherals, and external memory should not normally use identical access permissions or memory attributes. Each MPU region is defined by a base address, a region size, access attributes, and an enable bit. The base address specifies where the protected region begins. The size normally must be a power of 2, such as 32 bytes, 1 kilobyte, 128 kilobytes, or 1 megabyte. The base address must also be aligned to the selected region size. For example, a 128 kilobyte SRAM region beginning at 0x2000000 must use a correctly 000 must use a correctly aligned address. On many Cortex-M MPUs, a region can also be divided into 8 equal subregions. Individual subregions may be disabled when the protected memory area does not exactly fill the complete power of 2 regions. Regions may overlap, and the higher priority region number normally controls the final permissions for the overlapping address range. An MPU region contains several important access control settings. The access permission field defines whether privileged and unprivileged software can read or write the region. A region may be read-only, read-write, privileged only, or completely inaccessible. The execute never attribute, normally called XN, determines whether instructions may be fetched from the region. SRAM and peripheral regions should normally be marked execute never, while application flash must remain executable. The memory type is also important. Flash and SRAM are configured as normal memory. Normal memory can support caching, buffering, and normal processor access behavior. Peripheral registers must be configured as device memory. Device memory preserves the ordering and access characteristics required by hardware registers. On Cortex-M devices, these properties are configured through registers such as the region base address register and the region attribute and size register. Flash memory contains executable firmware, so its MPU configuration must allow instruction fetches. A typical flash region may begin at 0x08000000. It is configured as normal memory and is normally readable by the application. The application code section should be executable but not writable during normal operation. Therefore, a common configuration is read-only and executable. This region may contain the interrupt vector table, startup code, bootloader, application functions, and constant lookup tables. Some systems divide flash into multiple MPU regions. For example, the bootloader may be privileged only, while application code is accessible to unprivileged tasks. A firmware update region may temporarily allow programming while the rest of the flash remains protected. The important rule is that executable code should be located only in specifically authorized executable regions. SRAM stores runtime data and therefore requires different permissions from flash. A typical SRAM region may begin at 0x20000000. It is configured as normal memory and usually allows both read and write access. SRAM contains task stacks, the heap, global variables, static variables, dynamic allocations, communication buffers, and operating system control structures. However, SRAM normally should not contain executable instructions. For this reason, the region should be marked Execute Never. In an RTOS-based design, individual MPU regions can protect each task's stack and private data. A task may receive read-write access to its own stack, but no access to the stack of another task. Additional guard regions can be placed around stacks. If a stack overflows into a guard region, the MPU immediately generates a fault instead of silently corrupting nearby memory. Peripheral registers are accessed through memory-mapped addresses, but they are not normal RAM. A peripheral region commonly begins around 0x4, 000000. Individual devices then occupy smaller address ranges. For example, GPIO, UART, SPI, and timer modules each have their own register blocks. Peripheral memory should be configured as device memory. This tells the processor that accesses may have hardware side effects and must follow the required ordering rules. The region normally requires read and write permission because software must read status registers and write control registers. However, it must always be marked Execute Never. Access can also be restricted by task. A communication task may access UART registers, while another unprivileged task is completely blocked from the UART address range. This prevents accidental or unauthorized hardware control and improves system isolation. When software attempts an operation that violates an MPU rule, the processor blocks the access. For example, writing to a read-only flash region is illegal. Executing instructions from an SRAM region marked Execute Never is also illegal. Accessing a privileged-only peripheral from an unprivileged task can produce the same result. On Cortex-M processors, an MPU permission violation can generate a MemManage fault when the corresponding fault handler is enabled. Inside the fault handler, software can inspect fault status registers to determine the type of violation. The processor may also provide the faulting memory address. The handler can record the program counter, link register, task identity, and stack state. This information is extremely useful for debugging invalid pointers, stack overflows, and task isolation problems. After recording the fault, the system may terminate the task, enter a safe state, or reset. The basic MPU configuration process follows a controlled sequence. First, disable the MPU before changing region settings. Next, define the memory regions required by the application, including flash, SRAM, task stacks, shared buffers, and peripheral areas. For each region, program the base address, region size, access permissions, memory type, and execute never attribute using registers such as RBAR and RASR. A common configuration is read-only and executable for flash, read-write and execute never for SRAM, and device memory with execute never for peripherals. After all regions are configured, enable the MemManage fault handler and then enable the MPU. Memory barriers may be required to ensure the new settings are active before execution continues. Finally, test both valid and invalid accesses. Correct MPU configuration should allow normal operation while reliably blocking unauthorized memory access. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Please share, like, and comment below. Also subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos.